Want to learn how to make thin and delicate tea bombs using sugar? For this video, I'll be demonstrating how to make tea bombs just in time for Valentine's Day. I'll also show you how to store tea bombs to prevent them from becoming sticky over time. Stick with me to the end of this video as I show you the tips and tricks in making sweetheart tea bombs. For the tea bombs, I'll be using this geometric heart silicone mold. If you caught my original tea bombs tutorial, I used isomalt to make the tea bombs. This time I'll be using sugar, as sugar is inexpensive and easier to obtain. To begin, start with a well-cleaned pan and equipment when cooking with sugar. Combine sugar and water in the pan. Give it a little stir at the beginning to incorporate the sugar into the water, then bring to a boil over medium heat. Once the sugar solution has come to a boil, place the lid on top, just for a minute or two, as the steam captured in the pan will wash down any sugar crystals that are stuck to the sides of the pan, adding glucose to the sugar solution. Glucose is an invert sugar that will also prevent crystallization of the sugar molecules. If you don't have glucose, you can also use corn syrup or honey. Continue to cook the sugar until it reaches a temperature of 155 to 160 degrees Celsius. This will help to create a nice, crisp shell when casting the sugar. Remove the sugar from the heat and stir in the color. I like to use a skewer that's dipped into food coloring and stirred into the sugar. Food coloring is quite concentrated, so a little goes a long way. Allow the sugar to sit for a couple of minutes to settle. Then it's time to cast or pour the sugar into the mold. Fill the cavity of the mold and pour out the excess to create a thin shell. While the sugar is still hot, use the edge of a knife to scrape off the excess sugar from the surface of the mold. As the sugar is still hot, it will clean off quite easily. Allow the sugar to cool, then carefully remove from the mold. These shells are nice, thin, and delicate. Fill half of the tea bomb shells with your favorite loose leaf tea, or you can use your favorite tea bags. Using a hot, non-stick fry pan, warm the edges of an empty shell. Place the melted shell on top of the filled shell and gently press to seal the bomb. Don't forget to use nitrile gloves. You can also use a pair of thin cotton gloves underneath, just in case, as the sugar is hot. If there are any jagged edges around the seam, place the bomb seam side down into the hot pan, as it will smooth the edges. Be careful, as the tea bombs are very thin and delicate. Now for the fun part. Fill a pot with freshly boiled water. Place in your tea bomb. I just love watching this process as the sugar dissolves and the tea steeps in the water. Place a tea strainer on top of your mug and pour your tea. What treats do you like to indulge in for your afternoon tea? Let me know in the comments. To store tea bombs, I keep them in an airtight container with a bit of silica. This will help to prevent the sugar from becoming sticky. But tea bombs are meant to be served relatively soon, so I don't keep them around for very long. These tea bombs are easy to make, but do be careful as sugar is extremely hot when working with it. Thanks for watching. If you found value and were inspired with this video, give it a like and subscribe as it helps the channel. See you next time for another awesome video, but in the meantime, check out this video and this playlist. Cheers!